It's called the greatest setting in college football. And even if the skies open up, that pales in comparison to the purple rain that will be unleashed by the homestanding Washington Huskies. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Indiana Hoosiers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Hoosiers will put total effort to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Washington's offense will have the football first. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. This defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense comes out on the very first play of the game on the road, and they bring the energy, and they get the sack. They came into this one on fire, ready to go, and that is a statement early.
The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. He's got an open man. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Indiana! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Still looking on the move. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. It has been a rocky ride through Big Ten play so far, and they're running out of time to turn it around.
Yeah, and sometimes the Big Ten will do that to you, right? It's a competitive conference. There's a lot of competitive environments that you have to step into, and they haven't been great this season, let's be honest. But, Jesse, I'm more interested to see how they finish off the last part of this season, because it's one thing to have expectations and to get down. It's another thing to quit.
Yeah, you just want to see how resilient they are too, David, because the coach, he's been saying the right things after taking all of these losses at the podium after games. We got guys hurt. We've got young players. We're inexperienced. We're learning how to win. But, you know, you're running out of time for excuses. You've now got to turn the page. You've got to show up. You've got to put a complete game together and get a double.
Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Hoosiers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Snagged in the middle. It's Hamilton. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give out of the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He'll do it himself on the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Huskies need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Tom.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
And the Hoosiers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the ground, he's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Finds his back in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. A strike downfield. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. UNLV is on top, but it's not like Randall Cunningham is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Fresno State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off play action on first down. The throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Off the play fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskies are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds space on the right. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Rush is on him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Washington sends out the punt team. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Nice move there. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Huskies will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Mendoza. Finds the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The inside handoff. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Quick step and go. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. At the 45 on his way. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Gonna run it. It's Parker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to sneak the wide receiver past him on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Husky.
And I like the play call because when you get in the red zone, you get more man-to-man. The field shrinks. What do? Put a guy in motion, good timing, get it to him. And how about the receivers on the outside blocking up their guys, and he takes it all the way in for the touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Pulls it in. It's Beebe. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Hoosiers have a lot of options on second and inches. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Might as well give it to him again. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. Got him downfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That's caught. It's Humphries. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
What a great play by the defense. In a critical down late in the game, one possession behind, you needed to come up with that play now to hopefully force a punt and give your offense a chance to go win the game.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. UNLV is on top, but it's not like Randall Cunningham is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 13 over Fresno State. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse.
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, Dave.
Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, that's crippling because offensively you had to do something with the football, make a play. You fumble the ball, put it on the turf. Defense recovers. With this deficit, ball game over.
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA.